and this is Trevor with Volkswagen Santa Monica, part of the LA Car Guy family of dealerships.
Today, we're going to be showing you guys how to install the factory roof racks for a 2016 Golf Sportswagen, along with the surfboard and bike holder attachments.
Now, the first thing to do is determine what side of the rack needs to go on what side of the vehicle. Now, it's noted on the bottom of the racks that this is for the rear left, and it'll say what side on the vehicle, even show you a diagram. And the rear left would be the rear driver's side of the vehicle.
So first and foremost, we just need to make sure that our plate's unlocked. Ours already is. Another thing to note, the key that you use to unlock this plate is unique to this rack, so only the owner of the rack who has the key can take this rack off, so it's pretty secure. Next thing to do is figure out where you want to line it up. I always like to line my racks up kind of with the door jambs. It's just like a nice spacing guide, but the cool thing about these roof rails is that you're not actually confined to lining it up in one space along the trim like you are with vehicles whose roof racks mount along the trim. It gives you a little more flexibility. Anyways, the next thing to do is once you have it where you want it, go ahead and start tightening it. This torque wrench does come with the rack, and the cool thing about it is this wrench actually has a torque meter on it as well. What that means is that once these two lines are starting to become misaligned, and once these arrows are kind of pointing at each other, you know that you're generally in the range of it being tight enough and that you don't need to go any farther. So I'm just going to tighten it until those arrows start to line up. Should be about good. Next, we're going to put the front on. The cool thing about these racks too is that they are city crash tested. What this means is that they are tested and rated to be safe in the event of a collision or accident. So again, going to line it up kind of along the door jamb, and then we're going to go ahead and just tighten it until that torque meter tells us it's snug. Now, if you have a roof rack without a torque meter, you can just kind of go until it generally feels too tight for you to tighten it easily, but you don't want to go until it can't turn anymore, because then you've probably gone too far. So again, checking my torque meter, should be about good. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put the surfboard holder attachment on. So these are the two pads they give you to mount the surfboard on. These actually go onto your rack by inserting this little rubber tab here into the track. And once you have it in there, you can just slide it to wherever you prefer. Normally I would put them on the driver's side, but since we're installing the bike holder as well, we're going to keep them on the passenger side. Once that's on, you can go ahead and close your plate and lock them. Now this side is nice and fastened. Next, we're going to grab our straps. So these two rubber mounts, along with these two straps, actually come as part of the Thule surfboard holder kit made for Volkswagen. Another cool thing about these straps is that they are high quality. They should hold to about 70 miles per hour or so on the freeway once everything's fully installed properly. And another nice feature they have this little rubber buckle guard, which means that once you really tighten the straps down and the buckle's being pressed against the surface of your board or the car, it'll save your paint or your surfboard. So the first thing I do is just kind of get my strap on, kind of double it down in the middle of the car, and then put out my surfboard. While you should put the surfboard on, fin forward, wax down, it just seems to fit to the rack the best that way and be the most aerodynamic once you're moving. So you'll throw your straps over your board, and then once you have them where you want them, you're going to put the buckle under the bar again, just to kind of fasten it on there securely, and then thread your strap through. So again, once you're tightening it, the nice thing about this rubber guard is it keeps it from affecting the vehicle too much. So just wrap the remaining length around the side of the bar, tighten it up, and should be good to go.
Now, that is the installation of the surfboard rack. Now let's go on to the other side and we'll show you how to put the bicycle rack. this is also Volkswagen certified attachment for a bicycle. This is what they call the Barracuda bike attachment. Now the first thing you need to do is mount it on a railing system here. You're going to have these two tabs right here on the bottom, one on each side, which you both need to slide in to the railing system here. Now you're going to do the exact same for the rear.
It can be a little tricky sometimes. It's good just to kind of loosen it to give you enough room to play with it and kind of get it in there. There we go.
Okay, so now once you have that on, you're able to lock these back up now that your attachment's on with your key that is specific to your rack. Now in order for us to mount this down, you actually have these tabs right here which you lock into place just simply by pushing down here. You're going to want to make sure that these are taut. There's two in the front, one on each side, and there is one in the rear. So now the next thing would be putting the bicycle on. It's always a good idea to flip this on the outside. It'll allow you a little more space to put the bicycle on.
I'm just moving this out of the way beforehand. The wheel's actually going to sit here, so you just want to give it room to fall into there before the strap threads through.
Now the bicycle that we're going to install today is our Volkswagen Beach Cruiser, another thing that we do have available in our parts department. So you just simply put it up on top.
Go ahead and situate the wheels in the little cups for them, and then just thread the strap through the spokes and tighten it on the other side.
Okay, so this is how we actually attach the frame to the vehicle. You actually pull this arm up, you can swivel it around, and this is also adjustable depending on the style of frame that you have for your bicycle. Now once this is lined up, you simply attach this just as you did the bottom. It simply clamps down into place, and now the bicycle is secure on the top. You'll also have a strap on the rear just as the front wheel to fasten the wheel in the rear. Now, you also have a key that is specific to your bike rack that will lock this into place so nobody is able to take your bike from you.
So that's how you install the base rack along with the surfboard and bike holder attachments for a 2016 Golf Sportswagen. If you guys have any more questions or comments, you can leave those in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for viewing.